Start recording. Stop recording button. Speech off.
Hey guys, so I couldn't help this one. So I follow Crime Watch daily, and first off, let me just say this: when I first started watching the channel itself, I wasn't really a fan because I don't like. I don't know. At first, I didn't really like the podcast end of it because it doesn't have any resolutions right away. But the more that I started watching it, the more I'm like, oh my God, I love it. So Crime Watch Daily, check them out. They're a huge ass television show. But you know, due to COVID, everybody's working from home, so they created the podcast, which is really awesome. So today I'm browsing, right? And I see one that says a cop murder for hire, and then also a teacher taking on the cartel. Okay. I'm sorry, but I was laughing at both of them. Because first off, so this is why I don't like people with, power, as they like to think they have. Especially, when you got a crooked cop who thinks that they're smarter than everyone. Granted, there's been some cops in history that were able to pull off crime. And, it always goes back to either be good or be good at it, And this chick, I get, okay, same scenario always. She was getting a divorce, and she didn't want her ex-husband to have any of her police pension. Okay? So she talks to her boyfriend and tries to get it set up to where the husband's murdered. But she puts a twist on it. She wants his 14-year-old daughter dead as well. And her reasoning for that was she's annoying. Like, I shit you not. That's exactly what the text says. Oh, she's annoying. And they went down to the nitty gritty. She was like, yeah, I want him killed in the hood. And, that way it's most likely normal for it to happen there. And I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with this chick? So she's, setting all this shit up. Well, her boyfriend at the time, the one that she tried to hire, hey, children, hey, y'all be nice. Anyways, so he goes in for an unrelated charge. And so he's like, oh, fuck, I'm screwed. You know what? I'm gonna snitch and get out of my, crime or whatever. It didn't say what he was in there for. So anyway, so he snitches her out, right? And he has all this evidence because she's texting him this shit. And one of the texts actually said, why don't you just run his daughter the fuck over? Like, okay, people, this is why I tell everybody, don't commit murder, don't commit crimes, because you think that you're smarter than the investigators, but you're not. First off, let's talk about what would be wrong with both scenarios. So the first scenario is this guy is in the hood and gets shot. Okay, what the fuck is he doing in the hood? Okay? It doesn't make any sense. His wife's a police officer. What would he be doing in the hood? It don't make any fucking sense. But the fact that she thought it would work is fucking sad. And then the scenario about running over the daughter. Okay, first off, everyone who has a stepchild knows things get a little bit hectic because, kids are very opinionated. And first off, you're talking about running her over. Did you forget about the tire tracks? Okay, so when you hit someone, you get blood on your car, one. Two, the wheels, it leaves track marks, man. So how did you think that was gonna work? So anyway, needless to say, it didn't happen. But the police shows up at her house and has all these photos of the crime scene that never took place. And she's all boohoo crying, my poor ex-husband, meh, 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 meh. And then when they hit her with the evidence, she's like, oh, fuck, I better take a plea deal. So she doesn't want that shit to go to trial because she knows she'll get more time for it. But that's why people don't have faith in police officers, because when you take that job, it's kind of like the military. You're there to serve and protect. And if you're doing crime, you're a fucking hypocrite. What was the point of becoming a police officer in the beginning if you have those type of intentions, vindictive intentions at that? So, yeah, but this one, so that was just a little tidbit. You could check more out about it. I don't remember the officer's name, but if you go to Crime Watch Daily YouTube channel, it's the last video that was uploaded, I believe, last night or yesterday sometime. So definitely check that out. But the second one, this one, not all the details are out. So let me just say this. I'm not accusing anybody at this point. I don't know, anything more than what I've seen. But in North Carolina, there's a coach, I believe for the football team, and he's also a Spanish teacher. Okay, so one day this nigga gets the idea, you know what? I'm intelligent enough. I'm going to try to rob the cartel. Okay. First off, they don't know if he has any connections to the cartel, period. All right? And, but apparently it was kind of like a movie. Something you'd see on the movie. Like, teacher gone rogue, had enough of life, and was like, you know what? I want to get rich and disappear. So I'm going to go fucking take on the cartel. Okay. In the movies, that scenario works. Because why? It's a movie. This moron fucking shows up and fucking tries to rob the cartel. Of all fucking people, you have better chances of survival if you robbed a bank. But you want to rob the cartel. And it was really sad. Okay, yeah. Granted, people choose their lifestyles. But an 18-year-old boy died. And okay, yeah, he was running drugs and stuff. But it doesn't change the fact of his age. He will never get the chance to, turn his life around. He died as a drug dealer. And that's why I keep trying to tell kids, come on, man, listen, it's not cool. You're not cool if you're selling drugs. You're not cool if you're out there on the streets. Kids just don't have that mentality. But again, it reflects on parenting as well. What the parent allows the child to do, all that hoopla. So yet again, this is probably the third or fourth case I've seen with an underage death. Well, let's get back to dumbass, okay? So, I guess he had to learn Spanish. Well, he was a Spanish teacher, so, he had to communicate with the cartel, of course. But, so this idiot starts a shootout. And it ends up to where it was like in a trailer park. And so in the neighboring houses, there was gunshots and everything, gun shells inside other homes and stuff. And the fucking crazy part is, at some point during this shootout, one of the boxes, electricity boxes, got shot and it fucking blew up. So now they're in the middle of a gunfight and electricity goes out. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like a fucked up scenario. And then the kid that was killed, his hands were tied behind his back, his feet were tied, and he was shot execution style. So this dude really thought he was the shit. He tried to play out a fucking, the way Anna had said it was a Scarface movie. But you know what? Okay. In all the fucking world, why would you ever try to rob the cartel? They are known for not giving two shits. They'll put a bullet in your head and not think about it 2 seconds later. So needless to say, during this shootout, he's wearing a bulletproof vest. It didn't do him any good. He died. So now it's like, okay, well, you're still broke, but now you're dead. and that's why I was laughing, because I was like, when I heard that title, I was like, no, I gotta see this, because who's stupid enough to want to do something like that? That's like going to the mafia and being like, hey, you guys are tough guys. I'm gonna blow your head off. You're gonna die before you even get to your gun, bruh. People are just fucking retarded. And the fact that you sat there and thought that was gonna work, oh my god, you're a moron. So yeah, that was just a little short tidbit from that. I will be following up on at least the cartel case because I want to know more about it. Like I said, if you're interested, check out Crime Watch Daily. Last video uploaded. Also, even if you want to Google it, it would be North Carolina coach and Spanish teacher trying to rob the cartel. That's how you can get more information. As far as the other one goes, I don't really know. I think it's a whole bunch of hoopla. But I might follow up on it just because of the stupidity. But that's why I like watching those things, because you see how people think and how they react and how they have this high-ass mentality in both cases. These are two people with position of power. One is a police officer, okay? And the other one is a school teacher, someone who is supposed to be a good influence on our children. And while we're on that subject, let me just say, I don't know how during this pandemic these teachers were even hired. Okay, there's been several times my daughter's teacher, she'll ask a question about blah, 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 and she'll be like, oh, well, Google it. Okay, well, when she's in class, she's not going to be able to Google it, and then she still don't know it. You know what I mean? And then I remember, I'll never forget it. This was a couple months ago. I had walked in, and my daughter was in class, and the teacher is giving a lesson about when you turn 21, don't take 21 shots because you'll die. Drinking is bad. And I'm like, what? You ain't a health teacher? I think he was the fucking, I want to say he was the math teacher. But the shit that they're saying to these kids, I'm just like, what are you doing? And how the hell did you get that job? And that's the honest truth. It's like, you never know who you're really dealing with. Especially, because when you think teacher, you think of somebody respectable, someone who cares about education, someone who, wants to help children succeed. But yet, they're a dumbass and try to take on the cartel. What kind of drugs were you doing to where you thought that was going to end well? I'm just saying. But, just like the police abusing their power. And then, and it's a big controversy right now. Oh, stop supporting the police. Now, I'm on both sides of the fence on that one. Because over the past couple of years, when... Ooh, you bad kitty. When I've had to contact the Popo, which I'm not a fan of because they're fucking assholes. I will say there's been a couple situations where, the officer was really cool and understanding and, all that hoopla, okay? And, but majority of the time, the justice system fails us. Just like someone can have so much fucking evidence about a crime that was committed and these people get slaps on the wrists. And it's really fucking crazy. I just, just like with the runaway situation, when I found out this kid was missing and I contact the missing people's department and the guy refused to call the parent. I'm like, he's reported missing. Well, And I'm like, so what is your job exactly? Scroll down for the full video because I was livid when I did it. But at the same time, it was just, like I said, I hope my kid never goes missing. Because it makes you wonder how many times someone could have been saved. You know what I mean? Because when you look at it, kids run away, all right? It's part of everybody. Everyone's done it in some way, shape, or form. You got fed up of your parents' crap. They wouldn't let you do what you wanted. So you got mad, you packed your shit, and you walked off, okay? I couldn't tell you how many times I did that. But, when someone, of course the parent, they don't realize that the parents actually are hurting. They think, oh, they won't miss me. You kind of get this mentality of nobody gives a fuck about me because you didn't get your way and you're a kid, So, it's like the fact that this kid ran away, I found out he was missing. I called up there to, get it taken care of. And, they just kind of didn't even give a fuck. And he's like, I'm not going to sit around and play telephone all day. I'm like, I found the missing child. What are you talking about? So it was a whole bunch of hoopla, like I said. I can't remember the title, but I did it last year. I think it's called Are You Fucking Kidding Me or something. Something like that. But anyways, so yeah. Just guys, just don't do crime. I mean, is it really worth it? Look at it from this point of view. You have a 50-50 shot. And these days, it's not even 50-50. There's so much technology. There's so much tracking. There's so much info and data being shared. And just like they have that thing where it says, oh, protect your privacy when you search the web. First off, yeah, it's private until you do something stupid, and then it gives the authorities the right to look through it. You know what I mean? So it's not private. You're a dumbass if you're sitting up there, you killed somebody and you're looking for a good dump area and you Google it. And you don't know how many people actually that's what did them in. Was Googling the area the body was found. You know, they can confiscate your computers, they can confiscate your phones. Hey! 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 Stop. Little badasses, man, I swear to God. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at with all that, you know. Stop thinking you're smarter than the police. But also, at the same time, like I said, I'm on the fence about, you know, okay, I understand the necessity of having police. But at the same time, you have so many cops abusing their power. And I'm not really even going to touch too much on the whole case that finally went through, you know, about, what was it, what's his name? George something. I don't know, it's a huge thing. I mean, you know, like I said, I didn't really follow it very much, but I know the verdict just came in, I believe yesterday or the day before, where the cop actually just got manslaughter or something, or murder third degree or some shit. I don't know, but basically, you know, he gets a slap on the wrist. You know, and there was a video, it had plenty of evidence. That's what I mean. It's like, you can't win for losing. When people have higher powers and they got homeboys up in, you know, running the pen, you know, they tend to like sweep shit under the rug. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It was fucking stupid. The cop killed the man, even though the guy was telling him, I can't fucking breathe. And in the video, he's not resisting. You know, it was stupid. But that's what I mean. People abuse their power. And then they have the nerve. This is what irritates me. Okay, the police talk about, oh, blah, blah, blah. You know, donate. Nom, nom, nom. Bitches, you are making more money than I am. And you want me to donate from my check when you're getting paid off of taxes. Everyone is paying for your service, but you don't provide good service. Now, I'm not saying all cops are bad. I met some pretty good ones in my day. But as of late, I don't know if it's just Vegas. I have no faith in our justice system out here. I just don't. So anyways, that was my little shit rant for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. Also, check out Crime Beat. Crime Beat is based out in pretty much like the Canada area. Because the thing is, that's the only thing about the YouTube thing is, like, I've watched a lot of crime videos. And so when you've watched almost every video that they put up, and then you're sitting there like, oh, what do I do now? I don't have nothing to watch. And you have to wait a week for them to post another one. That is so agitating. But I started expanding my horizons, checking out A&E. I Survived, as I did on my last video. Also, Crime Beat TV, they have some really good things. And the reason why I went with them was because it's out of the U.S. and, you know, I'm trying to find other channels to watch. So anyways, that was just me, you know, giving y'all some little fun tidbit, funny shit to look into if you're interested. Remember the video is Crime Watch Daily. It was uploaded yesterday. So, yeah, I hope you guys are doing good, and I shall talk to you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease.
Speech on. Stop recording.